Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 17th of May, 2022. Taking a look here at Chainlink. Chainlink, like every other crypto, has been hammered down south. Confirmed an ideal bear Shichimoku breakout on the last 3-week candle, which was during the 3-week period that started on the week of April 18th. The current 3-week candle here is opened on the 9th and won't close until the 29th or middle of the 30th, rather. So everything here is very ugly on the 3-week chart. The close is below the cloud, it's below the Tenkan Sen and the Kijin Sen. The Chiku span is below the candlesticks and in open space. So really nothing here bullish at all, with the exception of two other things here, and that's three other things, I should say. The current 3-week candles pattern is very much a hammer, so that's a reversal setup. And then you have the extreme all-time lows in this oscillator, and you have some rising volume. So moderate bullish activity there. Looking over at the weekly chart, I just did Maddox chart, and we kind of have the same story here. Nice reversal setup on the weekly from last week. Bunch of volume poured in, but we're just not seeing a lot of follow through today. Oscillator values are still at supportive levels that indicate some higher prices are still likely. We just need to see that follow through by the bulls. The 7-week GAN death cycle completed with the end of last week, so there's a high probability of a mean reversion setup or a broader trend change. Right now there was also a Kumo twist. I mean, time cycle wise, and price action wise, we should be seeing this week. We should be seeing some nice increases across the board, not just in Chainlink, but in cryptocurrencies as a whole. If things are pretty muted and flat, that's not terrible either. We just need to really see that continue next week. As far as we need to see some bullish momentum come in, otherwise it's just going to continue drifting south. But the weekly chart shows, that there's been some, increases in volume, some consecutive weeks of rising volume, even though it's still really, really low. Zipping on over to the daily chart, we're kind of seeing the same thing that we looked at back on Maddox chart. We're just seeing some consolidation here. Some cryptos went up nearly double from their lows. Some, went up 50, 60%. Chainlink, when it came down to, 550, it had like a basically 50% spike. It's hard to believe that, Chainlink at one time was trading near $54, but it has since fallen down. It kind of dropped right into the upper range of 2021's volume point of control, the high volume node over here, and that's where it's kind of bounced. The RSI is definitely in bear market conditions. I haven't set it up yet over here, but the thing that really needs to happen to really kind of get rid of any near-term further sell-side pressure is we need to see a close, preferably above the last 3 days, the high of the last 3 days. So not including today, but above Sunday's high. That would be ideal. And put it back above the Kijin Sen, or the Tenkan Sen. But it's still below the Kijin Sen, but there'd be a good reason to be a little bit more bullish. And at the same time, a little bit of consolidation. Something did move up 50%. It did move up 50%. So a little consolidation here is not unnatural and should be expected moving forward. So upside potential before, I review this again, maybe next week, is probably limited to where the Kijin Sen is at in that $9.75 to $10 range. And the downside pressure is likely limited to our 2021. The top of that range is at right near our 2022 lows. So within that, actually I should have said that was the 2020 zone there. This is 2021 up here. But what was I saying? Yeah, that's what I would expect. So the 550 range is the lows and the $10 range is the high. So, until we look at it again, I will just keep an eye on it and review it as needed. From all of us at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.